Yeah, but I'll try to make this session as interactive as possible. And this is going to be a little different from what your teachers are guiding you from the last 9, 10 years, right, in your school. Why this is different? Because today we are going to discuss a lot about careers, right? Especially how you all can decide your career. You might have heard that we go through several things while we are choosing a right career. Like somebody guides you, somebody give you suggestions, some uncle, some your parents, and a lot of things happen while you choose the right career choice. So today I'm here. I'm going to provide you some counter perspective. This is not going to be an the usual one, the conventional one that your parents or some uncle or your teachers they provide you, right? So just give me 2 minutes. Let's start this session. I hope you all will enjoy and you will learn something by the end of this, the entire session. Just stick with me. I'm sharing my screen. I need 2 minutes time. Yeah, I hope they, yeah, just a second. Yeah, Deep, can you hear me? Deep, can you hear me? My screen is visible. Can anyone
Yes,
please Yeah,
100.
okay.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, so let's start, right? Let's start this topic straight without wasting any further time. So today's topic discussion is career guidance and career option. Now, one thing I understand, some of you are from class 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, a lot of things, right? A lot of different mindset. Nine guys, they are basically finalizing which stream to choose in 12th, 11th, whereas 12 guys, they are planning which entrance exam to crack. So I understand our audience consists of very different sort of people here, but yeah, I'll try to make it as precise as possible. But even then, if you have any question or queries in between, you can ask me when I'll complete this entire session, right? We will have a Q&A session in the end. So let's quickly start. Today's topic is career guidance and career options. So why we are here? Why this webinar? Why what I'm doing here in front of you all? See, what happened when when you pass out or when you graduate your 12th standard, you feel stuck. Stuck in what sense? Like you have no idea which career to choose. There are so many options, right? Engineers. Somebody will tell you, hey, go become an engineer, right? Then someone will tell you, okay, hey, doctor is, doing great in today's market, right? You have other options like crack UPSC and become IS officer. So we have a lot of options, but then, the worst part, like at your age, like around 17, 18, probably, right? You guys are. So at your age, it's very difficult for people to decide which will be the right career path for me, right? So today I'm here to help you a bit. Of course, we cannot, complete each and everything in just one session. So it is an ongoing process. But what I'm gonna do today for you guys, like I'll provide you some steps that you can follow, right? And you can counter attack even your sarma uncle or whoever is there who is guiding you, or giving you any sort of career options. I mean, you can argument with them and you can come to a conclusion, okay, this career choice will be best for me. So today's discussion is all about selecting, the right career path after 12th. And it's not a simple task. Trust me, it's not simple because we have options of arts, commerce, science, right? And we are confused which one will lead to our goal, which one will lead to our final destination, right? So a lot of students at this stage feel clueless, and that is pretty normal. If any one of you feel clueless, ki like what I'll do after 12th, I don't know, how to solve maths properly. I'm not very well versed with science. I don't know what to do. Then you are in the right session. I'm going to debunk a lot of stuff by the end of this session, and you'll learn a lot of things. But before we start, who am I? The question is why you all should listen to me. That's the main question. So, okay. Already Deep introduced a lot about me before starting this session. But yeah, I'll give you a quick brief about myself. See, my name is Abhishek, and I completed engineering. Yeah, the same path. You take science in 12th, PCM basically, and then you pursue BTech, you complete it. But after that, I worked for a company for a couple of years. Then I planned, why not, get into business thing because I was a little interested from the very beginning. That thing was always there. Ki, hey, how business operates, how business work, right? Each and everything. So after completing engineering and working for a couple of years in corporate basically, the private companies you might have heard, Tata, TCS, Wipro, and all. So I worked in corporate for a couple of years, and then I decided let's continue our higher studies, and I went for MBA. I completed it from there. After graduating from MBA, I worked for again few more companies, two startups, three big corporates, and all. And after having substantial work experience, I realized now this is the time to get into something, build something of my own, and that's how it all started. Like I started this initiative, or we can call it a company, or whatever, however you would like to call it. MBA with Abhishek. So I'm basically, providing a lot of career guidance to MBA graduates because I have substantial years of work ex around everything. Like you can see, I'm an engineer, PCM, then MBA graduate, commerce, and finance and all those stuff. And finally, I'm running a business which include marketing, a lot of different things, right? I don't want to make the entire session jargonful, but I would like to just give you. I started with simple science, and then I learned, during MBA finance and all, and then finally I opened this edtech company, which is now known as MBA with Abhishek. It is there from the last 3 years. If anyone you want to connect with me after this session, you can simply search MBA with Abhishek on Instagram. You'll find me there. Okay, moving ahead, why I'm here today. Too many choices, too many options, right? And we are literally feeling crazy which one to focus on, which one to follow, right? And what will be best for you guys. So that's the topic of discussion. And you know what the bad part is? Like one wrong decision or a couple of wrong decision. I won't say it's one wrong decision because you have always life provide you some option. I would say second chance or third chance to correct your things. But anyway, one wrong option can lead you to, something probably you don't like, or probably you will never like throughout your entire career. So that's a very worst part of, deciding the career, that one wrong decision can lead you to something that will, exhaust you in the long run. So that's why 12th, 11th, ninth, and 10th, especially this phase, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, is the most important phase. Reason being, just a second. This is the most important phase. Reason being, you here decide your, entire 25, 30-year journey. I'll give you one example, right? Suppose some of you after 12th, you decide to pursue law, let's say. So obviously you will, take the entrance exam of law, whatever entrance exam is there, and then you will pursue the law degree, right? After that, let's say if you fall in love with computer, you cannot say, "Ki, hey, I have completed my LLB and now I want to be a computer science engineer." That's not going to happen, right? So you guys are into that point, on that point where you will decide whatever you will decide, it will lead to your career. And by career, I mean the entire life basically. See, I'm an MBA graduate. I opened this business. Now I cannot say, ki, hey, I want to go back and become an, software engineer. I cannot say, hey, I want to become a pilot. I cannot do that, right? Even if I want to, let's say. So you all are at the right point where you need to decide which career choice, or which, in a very layman term I would say, which subjects you should take during 11th, 12th, or let's say after 12th, that will lead to your lead toward a rewarding career. So right and wrong is very important, but we will learn how to decide, right? That's the point of this entire session. I'm not here to give you jargons, ki, okay, this is right, this is wrong. I'll give you step by step, ideas like how you can decide. But before that, okay. On the other hand, choosing the wrong option. Suppose some of you are lucky that you decided the right one, but what will happen in case some of you got into the wrong option? Wrong option will mean that you end up precious time in studying a subject or domain that doesn't really interest you. And this happens. This happens a lot. Like Sarma uncle, they suggested somebody, ki, okay, go for engineering. And you will find a lot of engineering graduates. If you go and check the newspaper, you will find that 60-70% of them are unemployable. Why? The reason is Sarma uncle suggested few years back, and the guy took that BTech option. and now he's struggling. Reason being, he was never interested in learning, computer science and all. So this usually happens with with the students, and the part of the reasons are the entire society is, I would say, is involved in this particular thing, the wrong decision part. It's not about you, it's not about your teachers. I mean, it's a combination of several factors, and that's why I'm here today to help you a little, right? Moreover, in the majority of the cases, the decision that you take after class 12 will be the one that you will have to leave for the rest of your life. I told you that after 12, whatever decision you will, take. Say, for example, you wanted to be an engineer or doctor, your entire life, and entire life is big, like 40 years, 45 years. It's not something, I mean, just imagine a scenario. Somebody told you at the age of 3 that you'll have to go to school, right? And you started with LKG, UKG, 10th, 12th. Now you can feel this is monotonous, right? Every day you pick your bag and then you go to the school, you find some teachers, they teach you and all. Now imagine a scenario where where you are working in a company or you are working for something you don't like. What will happen? Some of you might not, probably some of you don't like coming to school as well, right? Imagine a scenario this will happen after completing your education, and now you'll have to work because you cannot change your career, right? That's not going to happen easily. So it's very important. Why not to decide the right career path beforehand without committing any severe mistake, right? That's why it's very important. If you cannot spend 10, 15 years learning something, going to school, it feels monotonous, it feels very linear. Then imagine a scenario where you will have to spend your 40 years, 30 years on something you don't like. That's the worst part, right? And why is it a difficult decision? Along with being a very important decision, of course, it's a very important decision, right? You're deciding your career. It is also a difficult decision to take, especially in today's context. Why today's context? If you go back 20 years, right? Go down the line, 20 years, 30 years, the choices were limited, right? Become a doctor, become an engineer, right? You have literally two to three very prominent options, and rest of the options, like, nobody take care, nobody look at all those options. The top two three were doctor, engineers and all. But today we have technologies, we have internet, we have 5G, we have AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning. I'm hopeful that you guys are aware of artificial intelligence and all, so you guys can relate that today we have a lot of options. Option in what sense? You can build a business, and I'm not joking at all. I utilized the power of technology, and I build my own business today. So I understand that we have a lot of options, and deciding the right career is a bit difficult, right? It's not just that it's important, but in fact, if you go and research, you start researching about your what is the right career path, you will feel really hectic because there are so many options. Today's students are faced with numerous options and several courses, all of which look almost equally lucrative and interesting. Yeah, that's another very important point. Lucrative and interesting. You go and check, okay, there is someone is a influencer. Okay, it's look lucrative and interesting, right? Someone who is a businessman running Oyo, or let's say Zepto, Zomato, whatever, it looks lucrative and interesting, and you probably feel, okay, I'm gonna earn a lot of money. So there are so many options. You can become a fashion designer, you can crack UPSC. So many options, right? So because of that, it's not only that the decision is important. In fact, it's a very difficult decision to take in today's context. Moving ahead, gone are the days when a career as an engineer, doctor, CA, chartered accountant, and in other such core field was the only good career opportunity. I told you earlier, 20 years, 30 years back, if you go and check, engineers, doctors, CA, that's it. Somebody want a higher education, go for engineering or doctor or chartered accountant. That's it. Otherwise, the other option was complete your education, complete your graduation, and probably do something on your own. That was the option. But today, the scenario is very different, right? It's not only limited to engineer, doctor, chartered accountant, right? More options are available. Correct. Moving ahead. Okay. So the conventional thinking, I would say, that that is literally bad. I see in society, and I see a lot of parents making this mistake. In fact, you guys will make commit some of these mistake. Let's quickly understand what all conventional thinking that you guys will have to, quit, or I would say completely leave all these stuff. If you are planning a good career, or if you are planning to have a good career in future. So first one is to choose a profession that parents like. Ah, the most classical, conventional thinking. My father wanted to become an engineer. Now he's not. So probably I'll have to do that. And that's the worst thing. You need to understand everyone here. I mean, Deep, me, your teachers, you guys. I mean, you are 100 of people around. You all are different. We all are different, right? I can be a good businessman. Deep can be a good teacher, right? But if we swap our profession, I tell the to hey, do the business part and let me take care of the teaching part. Probably, we will not do justice to our career, right? I decided business because I was very much interested into solving problem and coming up with the solution and all those stuff. Deep probably decided to become a teacher because he literally love explaining things in a very simple term to students, right? So we both are different, and in fact, whoever is listening to this session, you all are a little different from the person who is sitting beside you. So choose a profession that parent like. That's the biggest red flag, I would say. So every time your parent pressurize you, okay, hey, become an engineer, become a doctor. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I won't say your parents are wrong. I would just say ki, hey, look, take care of yourself too, because it's your journey. 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, can you even imagine? You'll spend your entire life, 70% of your life you'll spend with your career and with your profession. So take care of this thing. I'm not saying just start arguing with your parents, but think about it before selecting, choosing the suggestions that your parents are providing you. Okay. Second one is to follow what the others do. Okay, I'm a businessman. Probably some of you wanted to be a businessman. Deep is a teacher. Probably some of you wanted to be a teacher, right? So you look at others and you feel, ki, hey, probably this will be the right career path for me. And let me tell you, that's also not a good idea, right? Because see, again, I told you now everyone is different. So they have decided based on their environment, their guidance, their resources, their learning, their education. You'll have to decide on your own. So keep this thing in your mind that whatever you are going to do from here, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, it will be about your interest and not someone else's, right? Third one is inclination only towards medical or engineering profession. That's a gone days thing, I would say. 30 years back, if if you were like this, ki, hey, I'm only looking for a career in medical and engineering, I would have said, well done, because that was at the peak. At that time, medical and engineering was the peak profession. But today, you have so many options. Right, you can leverage technology, you can leverage AI, you can, get into anything like build a career into technology, build a career into AI, or in fact, with the ease of AI technology and all, you can open up your business. So you have a lot of options, right? You're not restricted to medical and engineering. So that's the good part. College means a government college, university. Okay, earlier thought was this, ki college means a government college and university. But if you go check today, you'll find a lot of private university and private colleges. They are doing really good, right? I mean, it's not limited to only government thing. Even you can be a part of private institution, and you can complete education from there, and you can get into something literally big. These things are happening, right? I won't give you any example as such, because my purpose is not to motivate or include any institution here. But I just wanted to say that you need to come out of your this mindset ki government university is everything. No, there are so many private options are also there, and they are equally good. Probably 12 guys will understand if they are preparing for JE. Like the conventional thought was just get into IITs and NITs. Today we have BITS Pilani, and it's a private institution, right? And it's doing really great. A lot of you probably who is in 12, who all are in 12, you have a dream of getting into BITS Pilani, right? I'm just giving you one example to help you understand. Okay, the last point, pursuing a degree without any reference to the relevance of the skill required the recruiters. Now, this can be complex, this statement, but let me simplify for you. I mean, you opted something which which you feel ki, okay, this is suggested by someone and I have seen others doing it, and you opted that skill, and now you are struggling learning that skill, right? And if you don't learn that skill properly, probably no recruiter will recruit you, because to get employment in today's world, you need to learn the right skill as per your interest. I know this line is a little hectic for you guys to understand. In case if it is, just skip it. It's not that important. I'll explain it in the further slides. Okay, what was my purpose with the last slide? I mean, this slide. See, free yourself from conventional thinking. Today, the world is very different. You can literally get into anything. Some of you, if you are interested in technology, get into technology, right? You can build really big things. You can build, aeroplane. I'm just giving a random example. You can build aeroplane. You can build, machines. You can build anything. Medical, you have so many options. Not only doctor. I mean, once you pursue medical, what was the conventional thought? Ki I'll become doctor. No. Today you have so many other options. Healthcare, health wellness, right? Fitness, so many other options that you can pursue, right? In today's world. So free yourself from conventional thinking. That is what my suggestion is. I would like to, help you understand how to choose the right course with an example. Right, this is going to be a little cute Aryan here. I'm gonna take an example of Aryan. So meet our cute Aryan. He is Aryan and a class 10th student, I would say. He enjoys math and computer, right? He loves solving mathematical calculation and working on computers. He loves solving puzzles, playing logic games, and creating things on his computer. He's aware that, hey, I love maths. I love computer. A little bit. I'm not saying you love maths to the extent that you wanted to be a scientist. No, no need. If you love a little bit of maths, a little bit of working on computer, when I say computer, I simply mean if if you operate computer, you fall in love with operating computer in any way, right? Downloading something, solving something on computer, using calculator, because at your age you cannot, I'm not assuming you to be a coder or building a world class mobile app. No, just fall in love with computers. So Aryan enjoys math and computers, right? What he did next? Step one, know yourself. So Aryan asked himself, what do I enjoy in school? Maths and computer, right? That's the subject. What I am good at, solving problem and thinking logically. What kind of work do I like? Working with machines and ideas. So Aryan thought, maybe I can become an engineer. Now this is a valid thought, right? How is Aryan relating it to it? Because he loves maths, computers, solving problems, and thinking logically, right? Working with machine and ideas. That's why he concluded, ki, hey, I can become an engineer, a very good engineer, right? After that, step two, choose the right stream. To become an engineer or work in tech, Aryan needs to choose the science stream in class 11th. He cannot choose, anything else. Let's say arts. He cannot become an engineer if he pursue arts in 11th and 12th, right? Or commerce or anything like that. So to become an engineer or work in tech, Aryan needs to choose the science stream in class 11th with maths and physics, right? With maths and physics, basically. After that, step three, match career with course. Now you need to match your career with course. To become a software engineer, Aryan will need to do courses after 12th. So he selected in 12th. He have been through, science, PCM, all that. And after 12th, he get into BTech, right? BTech in computer science, because he wanted to be a software engineer. So he need to select computer science there, right? Or BSc in CS, computer science. There is other option as well other than engineering. If you are not aware of it, you can literally pursue BSc in computer science and become a, a software developer. College entrance exam, he'll have to crack JEE mains or J entrance exam or any other engineering college entrance exam, right? After that, step four is try and explore before making a final decision. I mean, Aryan is still he's thinking whether this software engineering is good or not. He has not taken it for granted. Okay, I want to be a software engineer because I love maths and computer. That should not be the way. I mean, you need to critically analyze whether your decision is right or wrong, right? Don't never be like this ki, hey, I wanted to be an engineer, so let's become an engineer, without even asking yourself, do I really want to be an engineer? Or is there something else that I want to do? It's just I'm fascinated of engineering because it's a buzzword today. You need to critically think. So here you can see Aryan, before making a final decision, watched some YouTube videos. He was day in a life of a software engineer. He wanted to picturize. He once I'll become a software engineer. Why it is important? I told you. 40 years of your career. Imagine spending into something you don't like. And that's going to be real hectic. Very similar. Spending 10-15 years to education, schooling and all. Probably you hate the entrance exam. You love the friends part, right? So spending another 40 years into something you don't like, that's hectic and dangerous, right? So watch some video, Aryan watched some video, day in the life of a software engineer. In fact, he took a free coding course on platform like YouTube or any other platform. Even he went to his cousin and asked who is an engineer. He asked about his job, each and everything. He discussed with somebody who is elder to him. And the best part, avoid going to uncles. I mean, and why I'm saying this, because their journey was pretty different from our journey, because today it's a modern world. So the more younger people you will interact with, somebody who is ahead of you 5 years, 6 years, the better guidance you can seek from them, the better sort of advices they'll provide you. So it's always advisable to reach out to your cousin, elder brother, sister, somebody who is working into something, somebody in your family who is an IAS officer. Reach out to them, try understanding how they created their career into it, that and then you can literally reverse engineering it, and you can do the same stuff to get there, right? So Aryan watched the YouTube video, took the free coding courses, and even he asked his cousin. Final decision. Now Aryan is confident. I'll choose science with maths in class 11th. So for 11th, he decided he'll choose science and with maths, and then he will prepare for engineering and work toward becoming a software engineer. So that's how he decided. He basically had this thought, yeah, I love maths. Let's become a software engineer. But he never concluded it directly. He went to his cousin. He took some courses, watched some videos, and that's how he finally decided. I wanted to do this thing. And the same thing I'll highly recommend you all to do, right? Instead of listening to your parents directly, or your uncle, it's okay. I mean, listen to them. They'll give you some newer ideas, but never take the final decision based on somebody else's advices. I mean, always critically analyze each and everything. So moral of the story, to choose the right graduation course, know what you enjoy and are good at. So you'll need to know what you enjoy and you are good at. Pick the right stream in class 11th. You need to pick the right stream. If you want to be an engineer, you need to go for BTech. For that you need science. If you want to be a doctor, you need biology in your 11th and 12th, right? Each and everything. Learning about career and related course. This is important. This part I'll take care of in the last few slides. I'll explain you what all career choices are there, right? And then the best advice I can give you, try, explore, and talk to people. Start talking to your seniors. It's not waste, like, right? I mean, they will be eagerly waiting for you to guide properly, because they even want to guide you. But if you are not reaching out to them, they won't be able to help you, right? So start talking to your seniors. That's the best advice I'll give you. In fact, I'll give you one example. I'm here because some senior helped me in understanding how business operates. So it's not only about me that I'm super talented, I'm super educated and all. It's always about guidance as well. So reach out to your teachers. The teachers are the best way to understand what all career choices are there. Talk to them. Talk to them politely. Ask what all options are there after 12th. If not teacher, somebody in your family will help you. And even not in your family, my MBA with Abhishek Instagram page. You can reach out to me. I'll help you in deciding the right career path. And then make a smart decision based on you. This is important, right? Not anyone else's. Based on you. You will decide your career, right? All the time. So it's like take decisions, take suggestions from everyone, and then decide based on you. Now we will talk about the last part, that is the top career option that we have in case if we continue in arts or commerce or science, right? So top career option, I'm here talking about the science stream. So we can become doctor, right? Helps people who are sick, work in hospital or clinic, I believe I don't need to explain doctor much because you might be aware of this thing. But the entrance exam that you need to crack is NEET, right? Any science candidate, probably who is having biology in 11th and 12th, not the PCM part. You need biology in 11th, 12th, right? And then engineering, BTech, right? Building, you basically build machines, softwares, road, electronics. There's so many things. I mean, whatever you see as a machine, probably some engineer have they worked around it. And entrance exam JEE main is there, right? Most of you are aware of this exam, I hope. People who are from science background, state level exams are also there. So many state level exam are there. I'm just giving you one example: Maharashtra CET. Then you can become nurse, BSc nursing, take care of patient and help doctor in hospitals. And the entrance exams, some state university conduct tests, other give direct admission. You can get into nursing directly as well, but then there are some tests as well in some of the states and university. Moving ahead, we have pharmacists. So you can become, pharmacist. You'll have to pursue B Pharma. So anyone who is from science stream, they can think about pharmacist as well. Work with medicines and help people understand how to use them. Right? Entrance, there are some state CET, or you can even get direct admission in many colleges. Then we have architect, right? For that, B bachelor's of architect is there. Designing buildings and homes. So you, whatever you see, the big buildings, right, the stadiums, anything that you see as an infrastructure, they design it. They don't build it on their own, because the engineers are there, civil engineers are there to take care of the building part, but they design it. Okay, this stadium will look like this, right? This building, this hospital will look like this. So they design it on paper and then give it to the engineers, and then engineers build it. So designing building and homes, entrance exam, there is this NATA or JE mains, right? There is this paper two that you'll have to take. For computer science, IT, BSc, BCA. I mean, the simple computer science. I'm not talking about engineers here. The simple computer science, IT, BSc, BCA. Work with computer, coding, app, and website. So one way is to get into, coding and all. Software part is to become an engineer. Other ways, why not? If not engineering, because of you have some reason, some family issues or whatever, financial issues, you can look for this path: computer science, IT, BSc, BCA. This can be a little less. I would say you need to invest less here, but the outcome is really equivalent to, like, BTech of engineers, especially computer science engineer. Work with computer, coding, apps, and website. Entrance, no national exam required. College may have their own tests or direct admission. In a lot of college, you'll find direct admission, but then in order to join the best of the best college, you probably they have their own tests that you'll have to pass. Moving ahead, we have commerce stream. So that was all about science, but that is not limited to, five, six. I'm just here giving you the top choices. In fact, a lot of science graduates, they can become literally a good financial educator. Yes, that's true. Finance is pretty different. Commerce guys, if you select commerce, you can, learn finance, you can learn economics. But then some of the engineers are literally good in finance and, economics. So it's not limited to only those career choices. You have a lot of them. For the sake of this session, I have, only opted for a few of them. Then commerce stream, chartered accountant, CA, manages money, tax, account for people or company. Entrance exam, CA foundation. You can literally get into CA foundation after 12th. Then business management, BBA, learns how to run or manage a company. So this is a small form of MBA, right? BBA learns how to run or manage a company. So they'll teach you a basic of it. And the entrance exam is CUT, NPAT, IPMAT, and a lot. Then we have BCom, Bachelor's of Commerce, studies business, banking, finance, and accounting. Right. Entrance, CUET is there, others by merit. Right. I'll just skipping a few of the slides. I'll provide this slide to Deep. If any one of you are interested, you can take the slides from him. Right. Commerce stream, we have economists, be economists, study how money works in a country. If you're interested in money part, then this is the way. Get through commerce, and then become take BA economics during undergrad. For that, you have CUET. Again, after completing your 12th, you'll have to take CUET for some of the top university, and then you have some admission criteria where your merit will help you. Banking jobs help people manage money in banks. So if you want to be a part of banking system, right? Helps people manage money in bank, entrance bank exam like IBPS. There are so many bank entrance exam. SBI is there, IBPS is there, SBI PO is there, IBPS PO is there. Just research a little about banking exams. You can get into that, right? And then we have arts, humanities, and all. So I'll provide this slide to Deep, and he'll share it with you. There are so many other options, right? I hope this session was a bit interactive to you. This is becoming a lot one and unidirectional. I don't want to make it less interactive for you guys. So quickly skipping the less important slide and jumping to the Q&A part. If you guys are having any question, you can ask me anything around BTech, anything around MBA, anything around doctor, or anything around businesses. I would really love to help you. And in case if I don't, I mean, Deep is there to help you, right? So that's all from my side. If you have any question, you guys can ask. Deep, that's all from my side. Yes, I literally motivate you to ask me, any sort of question. I would love to answer your queries around career, anything. Otherwise, that's all from my side.
So what we will do is we will end up here because then I'll
Mm.
continue because they are not
Sure.
asking questions. Okay.
No, no problem, Dev. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you Dev, for inviting. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you for